Well, what do you know? I just got it. Hey, what's up everybody? This is Alex Molina 93 here. Today is gonna be my unboxing of NES Classic Edition. This was launched 2 years ago, or I should say almost 2 years ago, because this was launched in November 2016. But here's the thing, it was very hard to find this, unlike the SNES, because they made very short supply for the NES Classic Edition. There was so much demand for this and nobody could find it so easily on local stores. I mean, you could find them in the online, but sadly they were so pricey because of the scalpers. Fuck you. So Nintendo decided not to do more of this last year. But since the SNES Classic Edition did pretty damn well, they decided to make a lot more of this. And I'm really glad they did, for all the fans out there like myself and the other people out there who are still searching for this. The NES is still a fun system to play, and it is still one of the most popular gaming systems of all time. I didn't grow up with the NES. Sadly, I wasn't born on the 80s. I was born in 1993, since the SNES was my first system to experience in gaming. But my older sister and my older brother played this system, and they still had it, and I had a blast playing the NES back then. I had good memories with it, since it had so many great games to play on this, and oh my god, I cannot believe that I got this finally. I still have the original NES. I'm gonna show it to you later in this video for the comparison. Obviously, if you want this so badly, you have to go to your local stores, and good luck finding them, because who knows if it'll be hard this time. But good luck having this. Don't buy it online, just buy this on your local stores. So without further ado, so let's get started, shall we? Alright, here's the front, NES Classic Edition, the mini NES, the NES controller, the classic Nintendo logo, and it shows what games are included in this console: Super Mario Bros., Metroid, Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, The Legend of Zelda, Kirby's Adventure. 30 games in this mini console, which is awesome. The Classics logo at the other side, the NES controller, the 8-bit Link in the other side. It shows how small the console is, and here's 8-bit Bowser. And at the back, Retro Blast from the past. It shows the games that are included. Some of these games are amazing, especially this one. This is still a classic. Mega Man 2, of course. The first Final Fantasy, which is okay. Ninja Gaiden, which is one of the most hardest games ever made. And there are the games that are included. I don't know if you can see. There you go. So yeah, I mean, some of the games that could have been in this console but didn't make it, sadly. Like, for example, the first Contra, and we had Super C instead. There's no Dragon Warrior, and the other NES games that should have been in this console as well. But oh well. Alright, let's open it. Now you're playing with power. The classic slogan, of course. Alright, what we have here. Yep, here's the poster. just let me open this and let's get now later into this console. Let's see the poster first. Of course, at the back, the setup, but everybody knows how to use this, how to do this. Alright, and look at this. This is how it looked back in the day. And of course, Rob was included on the NES, the starter pack, I believe. I don't remember that much, to tell you guys the truth, but this looks awesome. The old school TV, some guy playing Duck Hunt with the NES Zapper, the NES, Duck Hunt, Gyromite, the two controllers, and Rob. Now you're playing with power since 1985. Yep. Yes. Yes, this is the NES. The Famicom was released like in 1993, I believe. No, 1983, I believe. Sorry, my bad. Okay, here's the poster. It looked awesome. Now let's see what we have here. Alright. This is the NES controller. It feels just like the original. Awesome. Yeah, it feels natural. Just like the replica. Just like the original one, sorry. But yeah, this is a replica. It feels natural. It feels like the original NES controller. From what I've heard, the complaints about this NES controller is that the cord is very short compared to the original one. The SNES controllers on the Classic Edition, they did a little bit better than this, but still. Okay. The adapter, of course. The HDMI. I already have the HDMI on my setup, no need for that. The USB cable for the adapter, of course. And now let's see the console itself. Yeah, just like the original. Yeah, just like the original. Look at this, baby. The start and the reset, the power and the reset button, and the controller ports. This is where it used to be the cartridge slot, but you cannot open it because this is a replica, like I was saying, but it is very faithful to the original. This is the HDMI port and the USB port, and here it says HDMI. Yeah, it looks good. Faithful to the original. Now let's go to the comparison, shall we? As you can see, this is the mini console, and here it is, the original NES. As you can see, this is so much bigger than this, obviously. This is how they look in the front, at the top, the sides. As you can see, the ports for the AV cables, and in through here it doesn't. The ports, I mean, for the power cord, and if you want to put it on the channel 3 or 4, the RF switch, and here is the HDMI, USB, and here it says HDMI, and this doesn't, obviously. And here's the other side. So there you go. Now let's see the controllers. As you can see, those are the controllers for the NES. This is the original one, and this is the Classic Edition one. They both look identical. This feels old and used, and this feels new, obviously. At the back, they have different descriptions, as you can see. There you go. Now let's compare the cords. Yeah, the original controller beats the NES Classic controller. How long the original cord has compared to the NES controller for the Classic Edition. I'm not gonna lie, this is very disappointing for a controller like this. If you want to play your NES Classic Edition, you have to be close to your console so you could play the NES Classic Edition. But some third parties fixed that issue of making the cords very long enough, and they made the wireless NES controllers, I mean their own versions of course, like 8-bit Tendo I guess. But yeah, here you go. So there you have it. That is my unboxing of the NES Classic Edition. I am so happy that I got this alongside with the SNES Classic Edition right here. Yes, I mean, I had a lot to get both mini consoles that were hard to find years ago, and at the same year I got both of them, which is fascinating, don't you think? So yeah, I mean, good luck finding this. Just don't buy it online. Like I was saying, do not support these scalpers. Buy them on your local stores and you're gonna be satisfied as well. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Feel free to subscribe to my channel for more videos to come for you guys to enjoy. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and a like button below, and let me know in the comment section below what you think about NES Classic Edition. If you had luck to find it, it is your choice. So thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. Peace. Just like that.